A few weeks ago, the biggest IPO in history hit the market. SpaceX went public, and for a moment one man became the world's first trillionaire. Everyone watched the rocket. Almost nobody read the filing. So I did, the whole S1, the way a developer reads a contract, line by line. And it tells a very different story about where SpaceX's money actually comes from. Here's the tension the filing sets up. SpaceX is a rocket company. That is the entire brand. But the business that just earned a $1.8 trillion valuation isn't launching anything. It's the little dish bolted onto roofs around the world, charging about $66 a month. To see it, you just have to follow the money the way the filing lays it out. Start with the top line, because the mix underneath it is the whole story. Across all of 2025, rockets, launch contracts, satellites, everything, SpaceX booked total revenue of $18.7 billion. And it wasn't standing still. Year over year, that number grew by about a third. Now watch where inside the company that money actually comes from. The filing splits the company into segments, and one of them dwarfs the rest. Starlink, the satellite internet business, brought in $11.4 billion, about 61% of everything, which leaves the rockets, the launch contracts, all of it, at roughly $7.3 billion. The business SpaceX is named for is now the smaller half of the company. Revenue is one thing. Profit is another, and this is where it gets stark. Of every segment in the filing, Starlink is the only one that actually made money, with operating income of about $4.4 billion. The launch business, the rockets, ran an operating loss of roughly $700 million. And the newest segment, the AI unit, lost about $6.4 billion. One business is carrying the entire company, and it isn't the one on the logo. So far the story is clean. By revenue and by profit, SpaceX is really a Starlink company. But the filing holds one number that complicates the whole trillion-dollar bet, and it is the number I would watch above every other. To understand it, start with how fast Starlink is actually growing. Starlink's growth is genuinely staggering. As of this March, the filing reports 10.3 million subscribers. 3 years earlier, the base was a fraction of that. It has roughly quadrupled. More customers, more revenue, more of everything. Except for one thing. Here is the number I would watch. It's ARPU, the average revenue Starlink earns per subscriber each month. And while the subscriber count exploded, this went the other way. Back in 2023, each subscriber brought in about $99 a month. By 2024, that had slipped to around $91. In 2025, down again to roughly $81. And in the first quarter of 2026, it fell to about $66. 4 straight years, all in the same direction, down. And here is the twist that ties it together. For all that growth, the filing shows the company as a whole did not make money in 2025. SpaceX posted a net loss of about $4.9 billion. That is despite Starlink, on its own, throwing off around $6.6 billion in adjusted earnings. The profitable engine is real. It is just being outspent everywhere else, on rockets, and especially on AI. Now, in fairness, I went into the risk section expecting SpaceX to flag exactly this, its heavy dependence on one business. So I read it, and I want to be straight with you. I could not find that warning. In its own summary of risks, the company lists Starship and its rockets first, and never top bills its reliance on Starlink at all. I'm not going to put words in the filing's mouth that aren't there. That absence is itself the finding. The company carried by Starlink does not call Starlink its biggest risk. So let me mark the edge of what I can actually prove. What's confirmed today is on the page. Revenue per subscriber has been falling, and right now it sits near $66. What I can't tell you is where it goes next. SpaceX raised its prices by $5 to $10 a month this spring. But whether that steadies the number or just drives customers away, the filing doesn't forecast. The decline is a fact. Its future is a question. Honest analysis keeps those two apart. So here's the one line to take away. Strip away the rockets and the trillion-dollar headline, and SpaceX's future comes down to a single, unglamorous number. what each Starlink customer pays every month. Right now, that number is around $66, and for 4 years, it has only gone down. I'm not here to tell you what that means for any stock, only how the money actually moves. So next time you hear that Starlink is unstoppable, you'll know the one number to watch. I read the filing so you could see it. If that's your kind of thing, this channel does one of these every week. I'll see you in the next one.